Title: The Last Voice on Channel 7. It started with a sound, not loud, not sharp, just wrong. A faint crackle came through the radio at exactly 2:17 a.m. every night. At first, I thought it was interference. Old wiring, maybe. My apartment wasn't exactly new, and the walls hummed sometimes when the neighbors used too many appliances. But this was different. The sound wasn't random. It was rhythmic, like breathing. I didn't pay much attention the first night, or the second. But on the third, I noticed something strange. The radio wasn't even plugged in. I remember standing there staring at it on my desk. The cable lay coiled beside it, untouched. And yet, the static continued. Then came the whisper. Soft, almost too soft to hear. Hello? I froze. Every instinct told me to leave the room, but I couldn't move. The voice didn't sound distorted like normal radio chatter. It sounded close. Too close, like someone was standing right behind me. I turned. Nothing. When I looked back at the radio, the red indicator light flickered on. The next night, I was ready. I sat in front of the radio before 2:17, phone recording, heart pounding harder than it should. The room felt colder than usual. Not just cool, empty, like something had been taken out of it. At exactly 2:17, the static returned, then the breathing, then the voice. Clearer this time. Can you hear me? I swallowed. My throat felt dry. Yes, I whispered before I could stop myself. There was a pause. Then, oh. Finally. I should have stopped. Anyone would have. But curiosity is a dangerous thing when you're alone long enough. I started talking to it every night. The voice never said who it was. It never answered direct questions. It only asked things. What does your room look like? Are you alone? Do you lock your door? At first I lied. I don't know why. Maybe some part of me knew something wasn't right. But the voice always corrected me, softly, calmly, like it was disappointed. On the 7th night, everything changed. The voice didn't wait for me to speak. I can see you now. My chest tightened. That's not funny, I said. I'm not joking. The radio crackled louder than usual. The breathing grew heavier. You moved the chair, it said. It was facing the window before. I stood up so fast the chair fell behind me. How do you know that? I asked. Silence. Then, you're not supposed to notice that part. I didn't sleep that night, or the next. I unplugged the radio, threw it in the closet, covered it with clothes like that would somehow make a difference, but at 2:17, the sound still came. Not from the closet, from the walls, from the ceiling, from inside the room itself. By the 10th night, I was barely thinking straight. The voice didn't whisper anymore. It spoke clearly, like it didn't need the radio. Why won't you look at me? I sat in the corner, knees pulled to my chest. There's nothing there, I said. Turn around. No. Turn. Around. The room felt smaller, the air heavier. And then, I heard it. Breathing, right behind me. Slowly. I turned. Nothing. Just the empty room. The same walls. The same door. The same. Wait. No. The mirror. I don't remember putting a mirror in that corner. It leaned against the wall, tall and narrow. The surface looked old, warped, like the glass wasn't flat, and in it, I saw myself, but I wasn't sitting down. My reflection stood still, staring straight at me, smiling. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. The reflection raised its hand and pressed it against the inside of the glass. Now you see me, the voice said. But it didn't come from the room. It came from inside my head. The next night, there was no static, no voice, no breathing, just silence. At 2:17 a.m., nothing happened. I thought it was over. I really did. Until I checked my phone. The recording I made on the 3rd night had changed. The audio wasn't static anymore. It was a conversation, my voice. And another. Clear. Close. Too close. Are you alone? It asked. And in the recording, I answered, "No. If you're listening to this now, if you ever hear something at exactly 2:17 a.m., don't answer, don't speak, and whatever you do, don't turn around, because it's not trying to reach you, it's trying to replace you."